explain myself to you. Got to get this started here real quick. I want to get this going to you guys. I'm Kareem Jackson live on the set, you guys. There you go. Come in here, you guys. Come in here really quick, you guys. We have a DEI alert. A DEI alert. I got to explain myself to some people out there. This is a good explanation. This is a good explanation, you guys. Um, so I want to get in here and explain this to you. So you guys share this like this. You said we're live now already. We're live. Share this like this, you guys. I can't see the screen, so you got to tell me what it is. I can't see the screen, so you got to tell me what's. All right, you guys. We got to check out the banner up. You guys can hear me out there. Share this like this everywhere, you guys. Um, if you're on LinkedIn Live right now, this actually is for you. Everybody else may think this is a little bit boring. We had a great viral post on LinkedIn, so I want to get in here and explain this post to y'all. Really great post, by the way. Really great post. So we're going to test that out and see if you guys understand that of what's going on. So let me know if everything's going good. Everything's good? All right, you guys. We're going here. I appreciate this. I'm Hey, you guys, I'm glad that you're here. I'm Kareem Jackson, you guys, and you're live on the set with me. It is the afternoon. We are live in Manila, you guys, right now at the studio, and I'm really excited to be here today. This is a wonderful situation. You guys are here. You know what? You saw the thumbnail. This is our viral post on LinkedIn. So this is mainly a LinkedIn live conversation. But everybody else, this may be interesting to you because this number has kind of been thrown around because this is the overall big, huge number that they're getting reparations from, okay? And we posted this. We got this formula. We posted this number on LinkedIn, and you guys went fucking crazy. For those of you guys that just tuned in, didn't maybe see the actual link, it's 20.76 trillion US dollars. That's trillion with a T and a 2LL, you guys. That's the power of diversity and integration in America. So the DEI conversation that folks are out there talking about, that's getting ready to go away. I want you to see this graph really quick. In 2020, you guys, the U.S. economic might reach somewhere around an astonishing $21.06 trillion. And a testament to the diversity and the dynamism. The diversity is a big word there, you guys, for everybody to understand, of America, our nation. It's more than just numbers, you guys, though. It's the symphony of the efforts and the contributions that enriched our culture as America in 2020 and now beyond. It's gotten higher now, y'all. And they continue to fuel the prosperity. A lot of folks have forgot this. They don't really think about it, but I'm giving you all the numbers that came out. This is why this post went viral, you guys. From the rise of sports, you guys, and the global phenomenon of hip hop, you guys know everybody loves hip hop around the world. African Americans, minorities, you guys, we have been pivotal in the shaping of the identity, whether you want to believe it or not. And the figures, the economic landscape, everything, the whole image and the brand that all of us around the world recognize today. And those income figures that they're all bragging about, but alone those they can't really capture the profound impact, you guys. So I wanted to get in here and explain this number to you. These trailblazers in the entertainment and sports and entrepreneurial efforts, education. Of course, you guys may not think about it, but education. We were breaking records in Olympics and sports, breaking barriers throughout corporate America, global America. We're innovators, you guys, in the forte, the front of a line of leading all kinds of things that are coming out now with patents and tech and progress. And we're boasting our global competitiveness around the world now as a lot of Americans, a lot of Black Americans are leaving America and going around with their tech boom, their tech progressing, boosting global competitiveness of the world and pushing their companies global. You guys may not believe this either, but pioneering, Black folks are kind of opening the doors and reshaping the whole entire workforce, the whole entire politics and business worldwide. We're champions for that inclusivity thing and that equity thing that people out there really don't know what it means. Black women, you guys, they're killing it right now. They're shaping the tomorrow's America, whether you believe it or not. Black women, forget the whole traditional, non-traditional, what you're doing, what you're not doing, who Gucci, whatever. Black women, salute to you, okay? Bravo to you in general. Okay, because Black women at the end of the day, no matter what you say about them, these women, There's the unsung heroes, you guys. They're reshaping the entire American culture right now. They're flooding higher education, diversity in professions, you guys. All the DI, those are mainly black women, you guys. They're igniting the whole educational revolution. They're entrepreneurs. They're number one growing market for entrepreneurs right now, and they're feeling this huge, the unique travel experience thing. That's women, businesses, executives. I'm telling you, women out there, black women are nurturing the entire whole new revenue stream for the economy. Because before, black women weren't even in the equation. So their presence, you guys, in the whole situation right now, that 20 point that you guys are frustrated about, it's not really limited to one industry, you guys. They're kind of everywhere. And women, you may not, there may be, they're pioneers. They're really shaping a lot of technology, a lot of society stuff. They're eliminating a lot of the bias. These are women. If you look all over LinkedIn, there's a lot of black women, you guys, promoting fairness right now on LinkedIn. This is a complete transformation, you guys, of a testament, whether you want to believe it or not, to the boundless potential of the diversity, equity, and inclusion movement. And I want to remind you to something really quick, too, you guys. These women's achievements, they're resonating in our culture and our economy where many other voices, you can't really hear them. They rise and they're pushing their talents, they're shining, they're learning different things. Their impact is pretty profound. So when it comes down to it, I want you to understand what this 20.76 trillion number means. Put that graphic back up, that big graphic. I want to put this in your face here real quick. 20.76 trillion. I got to pay some bills, you guys. I'm going to play a commercial. You guys, we have our trip coming to the Philippines real quick. I'm going to play that trip for you real quick, and then we're going to get into this 20.76 trillion. Watch this, and I'll be right back. Not go anywhere. It's Kareem Jackson. You're live on the set. I'm so glad that you are here. But this is how we pay the bills. I want you to meet the Travel Boutique, you guys, a wonderful partner of ours. So I got my passport. I love to travel. You know I'm a passport bro, right? So I want you to get ready to elevate your wellness journey with Kareem Jackson live on the set, because it's time for you to unlock a world of rejuvenation, cultural exploration, you guys. Join us, you guys, for one-of-a-kind experience as we present Black wellness retreats, medical tourism packages, and island healing wellness getaways. Nestled, and you know I love it, baby, the breathtaking Philippines Islands, baby. It's brought to you by my friends over there at the Philippines Magazine, philippinesmagazine.com, our exclusive partner, the Travel Boutique. These retreats are your passport to paradise. So ready, you guys, be part of something extraordinary. Get over to the philippinesmagazine.com, click on retreats, you guys. Plus, you can request to join our Passport Rich private travel group. That chat is off the chain. Or go to the travelboutiquellc.com, people. Embrace wellness, embrace culture, embark on a journey that's tailored just for you. Kareem Jackson live on the set with the Travel Boutique, where wellness and adventure meet.
Three, two, one, we are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you're back. Okay, I want to get into this. Let's talk about this, you guys. If you guys saw this post, special shout out to Black LinkedIn. You guys love all the Black LinkedIn family out there. You guys, I'm glad that you guys are here. If you're live with me from Kareem Jackson, the show page, bravo to you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, let me put my coffee down, y'all. Let's get into this real quick, because you guys, they went crazy on LinkedIn when they saw this number. Okay, the number that we always hear, the Black American community, the Black market, the Black American buying power, I think it's at 4 trillion. I want to say maybe 4 billion, 4 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion. Sometimes we say 7, depends on who you're talking to. And that's the economic power. That's whatever they do makes them in their pockets. And then there's taxes, there's deductions and things like that. And there's living expenses, and hence why most Blacks don't have any wealth. But the number that is being shown to talk about international markets and conversations is 20.76 trillion, which is the actual number when you do this and do this and do this and do this. And they went from 1950, by the way. You have that graphic? They went from 1950 to 2020. That's kind of where the number have come from. And if you wonder why the whole situation for 1950 and 1920 is a situation, is because 1950 kind of marks the first black NBA players, the first black NBA players, the first black, things like this. So this situation popped up, and that's where it kind of came from. So let me explain this to you guys really quick, because some of y'all are out there talking about what the hell is this number? You're going to make black folks lose their minds. Yeah, black folks, 20 trillion, okay? 20 trillion. That's what they're talking about. So we ain't even got into since the slavery situation. Okay, remember we was in slavery first. They didn't even go back to slavery, but they did kind of keep it in mind. That's why the number seems really big. So they didn't break it up into minorities and all those kind of things like that, right? Sorry, you guys. But what they did is we went through and they didn't even go back to the slavery part. So when it comes down to it, you guys, what it kind of breaks down is that in 2020, the GNP of America, I think it was a staggering 21.6 some trillion, billion, trillion dollars or whatever. It's a huge figure, a huge amount of money. And they tell you that income because of it kind of encapsulates the full spectrum of the economic activity that goes on and pulses through the whole American nation, all the veins of America. Now you rewind, right? So, we know the 2020 numbers, whatever. You rewind to 1950 when the United States was just barely beginning to ascent. Now, mind you, they'd already had 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow. They'd already not been paying the slaves, and England, all the other countries, they were already paying black people and slaves and everybody else. Okay, so they got a head start there. And that's not talking about that. They're going back when the U.S. was just beginning to really ascent into what it became today. Because back then, the gross domestic profit, get ready for this, you guys, of America, the GDP was a big modest 299, 800, like $300,000 million. That's exactly what it says, y'all. The numbers have gotten quite big. So when you break that down into that conversation, like, what is this? And we didn't change specifically the way they wrote this because this was written in 1950. I want to use their language. Okay, they wasn't even counting in trillions yet. It's a glimpse into the whole bygone economic era that we all forget about. But what followed was nothing short of historic transformation, and the whole world has not kind of taken notice. Not much that goes on about America besides Hollywood and things like that before 1950, globally. So the crescendo of the whole entire growth and diversification that would make the world sit up, you guys, and take notice of America. Remember, we just broke away from England. We had slaves, all this stuff going on. At the core of that, when it was we were free, then we grew, and the slaves built America, and it became this industrial warehouse with innovation and stuff. And now we're finding out a lot of black folks invented those things too. Didn't get credit for that. Whether it's Jack Daniels, whether it's the street light, there's 1,000 patents and things that we're just now finding out that black folks deserve to get credit for. So they were a big part of that. At the core of this whole remarkable journey, you guys, there was this like kaleidoscope factor that people don't really talk about when it comes to black folks, because they pretty much segregate us and break us down into the most urban situations. But even those urban situations, you got to give a lot of credit, because it takes a lot of business and know-how to even achieve on the top chart of music. It was the era when, if you think about the NBA, baseball, I'm giving you a little renaissance here. The NFL burst onto the scene. They were bankrupt before then, you guys. Not just sports, but I'm going to tell you this too, the whole culture phenomenon. Globally, shaping America's identity globally. Black market, black community, black money, black music, sports, all this, like the Olympics. Remember, there was a time when Germany protested black folks being able to run for America. Let's not forget. So as the African Americans and other minorities too, but for that matter, but the African Americans stepped onto these hollowed air, arenas, technically, we, the black folks, we brought them new perspectives. We broke records, you guys, took them to new heights. There were new talents, enriching the entire culture. Black folks stoked the fire, you guys, of this whole economic prosperity thing. And because of all the lawsuits for reparations, a lot of these numbers and situations are coming out. So I'm trying to explain this post that you guys have been crazy about. A lot of you said that black folks, there's no way in hell that could be. So I'm breaking this down for y'all out there that are like passively aggressive, whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, this number, let me tell you another reason why it's big. This number, let's not merely tally income here. That's where they okie doke us black folks. They tell us about our economic power, our buying power, and we know that we ain't getting paid the same thing as they are. We know it. So don't even use that number. Let's take into consideration which is what they did with this number and acknowledge the symphony of efforts and contributions that together we black folks have formed in the whole economic masterpiece for America, okay? We've made industries where there was no industry. Nobody cared what shoes the NBA played before 1950. No one was buying the jerseys before 1950. Baseball cards was all they had. So the contributions together, there's this huge masterpiece that now has become American culture, economics. A lot of Americans brands make more money around the world than they do in America. So we've got to recognize, you guys, the systemic disparities that come in with the whole income situation, where, let's be honest, you guys, historically afflicted black folks and minorities. We ain't making the same as everybody else. So making the income figures, that's not what they went by, thank God, because alone they don't give you the picture of the contributions of black folks, just what they've made off their contributions, which is never fair. Because then accurately, this whole earned income buying power and accurately it capturing this, it does not show anyone the true and the profound impact of the black American community, our nation at large, you guys. Okay, so then this number, they dove a little bit deeper. They went by, okay, these are gross numbers. Let's use that. They're using gross numbers now. So they dove deeper, you guys, into the tale of growth that ended up being imperative to honor the trailblazers of black folks out there way beyond the arena, just African Americans in general. We ignited the wildfire known as hip hop, which is now billions and billions of dollar industry. Maybe a lot of non-black folks make money on it, but it was invented by black folks. Not merely to genre, but to a global cultural phenomenon, fashion, music, dance. There's people who have entire businesses teaching folks how to dance hip hop. They've built their livelihoods. You can sit up and be on TikTok and dance to a black song or sing to a black song and make money. And you're just lip syncing. You're just dancing to the music. They don't pay black folks for that. So they took that into account too. So from the whole international global cultural phenomenon to the left, they left no corner of the world untouched too, by the way. They looked at Black Hollywood, because that stood as a beacon of talent, shattering all kinds of stereotypes and paving the way for diversity in film and television. And then once we got in film and television, then they made $1 billion off Black Panther, or maybe it was $2 billion by now. Who knows? Let's not forget that. Before we had to fight to have black characters, then now we have black characters. So the diversity now, so the diversity person that broke into the first one, now they made $1 billion off of a movie that they wouldn't even allow to happen to make in 1950. They took all that into account. How black folks took TV into film. We've pretty much made film, TV irrelevant. Black creators, artists, entertainers. So on the fields of the courts, let's get back into that. The African American athletics, you guys, you know these names. They etch their names in history with record-breaking, not just numbers, you guys, but feats. Breaking not only records, but, shattering all kinds of shackles and obstacles and racial bias. Show the entire world a new game that now the NBA is a global phenomenon, whereas before they couldn't even beat the Negro Leagues in some of their numbers for attendance. Then you break down and they took you into the world of entrepreneurship. That's me, y'all. Entrepreneurship. They show success stories abound all over with a vibrant tapestry of businesses and startups, igniting innovation and fueling economic expansion. But let me tell you this, they went back to 1950 when black folks couldn't get jobs. They were forced to create their own. Forced to create. And we worked with everybody. Black folks have never discriminated against Chinese, Asians, Latinos. Even some black folks criticize other black folks for spending all their money with everybody else. Whereas I look at it as, no, we're a very diverse people. We don't do that. And that's our biggest power globally. Higher education, you guys, first of all, they didn't want us to learn how to read. It was illegal. to teach black Negro slaves how to read and write, to where now it's become a huge gateway to opportunity with African Americans achieving higher levels of enrollment and graduation than ever before in history, which of course is great for colleges. It's great for loan companies. It's great for loan sharks. It's great for people who don't want to hire people. Black folks are achieving all of these great higher levels of enrollment and learning and graduating, and they're sparkling and they're brighter. They're overachievers. There's an array of careers. We aren't just focused in 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 careers. We're everywhere, all over the place. Whether it's the digital realm, we're there. We've reigned supreme, conquering social media in that scope. The online marketplace, their influence is transcending. Black folks have transcended borders. Black folks online are global. Instagram, social media, marketing, events, travel tours, travel getaways, all these wellness retreats, making money on TikTok, social media, trips. Black folks in America and Asia, abroad, in UK, making money doing around the world. It's y'all. They took into account all of this. And let me break down this whole situation, unpack this innovation part of it, okay? On the innovation situation, African Americans, you guys, whether you want to believe it or not, I know black folks, they don't tell you this because you ain't out here in the world. You can't see it. You're leading the charge in patents. You're cutting edge when it comes to innovations and inventions, technological progress. Black folks, you do not know the credit you're being given around the world. They may take it from you. You may not think that they give credit, but everybody knows you created it. You're elevating our nation's global competitiveness. It does not matter who gets paid. That's for black folks. They okie doke you. The innovation still has happened. Somebody got paid. And that's what they took this number into effect. So black folks, we're pioneering spirit. We've not only opened the doors for ourselves, but for other minorities. And other minorities know this. They know Jackson was the first black person minority on MTV. They know that. They know Grace Jones was the first minority black woman that James Bond ever kissed. They know that. Then when they saw black people, they saw, oh, well, I can do it. If a black person can do it, a Filipino can do it, right? That's what really happened. So other minority communities and communities like women, but it also reshaped the whole entire workforce. Black folks did that. Politics, business, you guys, ownership, promoting inclusivity and equity. Black folks introduced that. Nobody else had the fucking balls. So in summary, you guys, a narrative of African Americans and people of color in the United States transcends industries and from the whole rhythms of music and the whole magic of entertainment to the thrill of sports. You guys, this dynamism in entrepreneurship, the whole entrepreneurship thing, the pursuit of knowledge, for example, come on now, you guys. Technology, you may not be a lot in tech, but a lot of black folks are leading technology. We don't need to be in tech. We don't need to work for you to be moving the tech field, the tech force. Black folks, your contributions, you guys, and the engines, the compelling the economic growth of the country of America, at least 50%. And you only a 12, 15% of the population. Let's not forget that part. And while we do all this stuff, we are always the ones who are champion for diversity, inclusion, and social advancement in the whole tapestry of America. I know that some folks do not like that, you guys. They want us to be synergized and only about black folks. But that's just not who we are. We want everybody to be here. We want everybody. We want the best talent. And we're willing to compete to be the best. Some other people wanted to be exclusive and all that. Well, okay, whatever. So I think this number, this whole entire story that's around this number, this 20.76 that y'all are upset about on LinkedIn right now, that's reality check. When you kill up the whole DEI. When you ask your DEI people, why do we need DEI? Why do we need diversity? Why do we need inclusion? Why do we show them this number? Because this whole situation, this number, this story that's around the number celebrates the entire monumental journey that Black folks, while acknowledging the whole complexities of what we've been through and the whole income disparities thing, they took into account the gross numbers, not income, not earned, not net, not buying power, that have persisted along the way. We don't know who's making the money. And truthfully, a lot of y'all white folks, if you're making over $250,000 a year, you ain't making the money either. We all niggas now, pretty much. But they took the gross numbers. Then they went and broke it down, you guys, and the whole Black women situation, how they're shaping America's tomorrow. Black women, the world should be giving you an applause right now because you have moved things forward. Do not look at the net numbers. The world looks at gross numbers. They look at what happened, how they're looking at how did America beat our butt in this, that, or the other. And diversity is one of the major reasons. Just look at the Olympics. How many medals would America have if there didn't have Black folks on their teams? So in the grand whole narrative of things, women, I applaud you. Black women, the whole economic landscape, you guys are the really unsung crescendo at the end of this whole situation that they finally threw in. I'll tell you in a minute why they threw women in. Okay, you ain't gonna believe this. Well, why did they throw women in at the end and really they gave y'all's own section, the whole R&D? Because of this. One, you've been ignored for far too long. You're remarkable, and you're in a remarkable surge for the whole entire women population, Black women. Hands down to you. I don't know how you even do it. Your influence extends far beyond statistics and the numbers and the stats and censuses, but yet you guys are huge economic impacts, and it's undeniable. Okay, let me tell you this. Okay, Black women. I'm gonna break it down to you why they put this number so big in a second. It's gonna make sense. You're gonna be like, oh my God, why are we didn't hear about this from someone else besides this guy, Kareem, right? You're distracted by all this negative fake news, right? So Black women, you become the driving force in higher education. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of debt 20, 30 years from now. 16% y'all paying on interest sometimes too. 20%. Not many of us, if we are paying 20, 2, 3, 4% interest like some other people do with their college debt. That's one. But you got the education. You literally flooded classrooms. Determined Black women, intellectual Black women. Your pursuit of knowledge changed the game. You had colleges flipping out, going, why is all the Black women are going, they were freaked out. So you've not only enriched your lives, ladies and men, but ladies, but you've ignited an educational revolution that's not going to stop. You guys have opened the new horizons for a whole new generation of Generation X, Generation Z. And when you guys get out, and the whole world is going to be changed because you're going to be diversifying entire professions out there. That's what they're worried about. And don't forget this part too. Remember, in the whole realm of tourism and travel, Black women, woo, you are leaving, and you are you're leaving your mark globally now. You got passports, you traveling, you single, you hot girl summering. They can criticize you all you want, but dollars is dollars. When you leave the resorts, they had a great weekend. They don't care if you was a hot girl or if you was a frat girl, or if you was a doctor, or none. They don't give a damn. All they know is Black women rocked this resort all season long. That's what they know globally. Entrepreneurship, you guys have given birth to something that they did not expect either. To this unique travel experience, that's now become companies for you, boutiques, accommodations. You guys have really just changed the game. You guys, when it comes to cultural explorations, let's call it that. This is just say it's cultural explorations. You guys are catering to your own specific global audience, and you're really seeking authenticity and connection. Black women have changed the game with travel, you guys. They've changed the game. They were not even a market in 1950. Nobody in the world thought, oh, black women travel. Jamaica, no, 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 no. Didn't exist. So the whole entrepreneurship boom in the United States is not confined, of course, to just the travel agency, y'all. They're not just traveling. I mean, it goes across all kinds of sectors. Black women in DEI, Black women-led businesses around the world. They owning companies throughout the world. They're rising economic force right now, nurturing a fresh revenue stream for the entire American economy. You're not getting the credit for it. Women, you guys are crafting this entire success stories thing, breaking barriers thing, rags to riches thing, and challenging the status quo with your entire innovative resilience. You guys, they don't know how to handle you. And let me tell you another reason why that number is really, really high. They have not had a census yet. Because we all complain about the whole passport bros and all that stuff, how they ain't making no more money, and 45,000 a year ain't nothing, and the black woman's making more than the black man. Well, all these black women that you're talking about, all these men that have these girls that are dogging them out, okay, the good side of that, they ain't even got y'all's numbers. And if you making more than black men, how much is that? That's in there too. The gross number, not even just your salary. You're making more because you're making more. So moreover, you guys, let's not forget the whole entire burgeoning presence of black professionals in the field of artificial intelligence. Again, another place they don't give us credit. With Black America, you are dominating in artificial intelligence. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to see it. And remember, you ain't got to create it to dominate in it. Education of artificial intelligence. You're pioneers in that. AI research and development. You're pioneers in that. Application. You're pioneers in that. Black folks, you're shaping the future of technology and innovation. What it's going to look like. We're telling now AI what's cool. What images rank? Black folks, your contributions are not just technological, you guys. This is what that number, that 20.7 said. I'm trying to bring this up to you. I'm trying to put it in your mind here, LinkedIn, because you guys have been on my butt. It went viral. It was kind of crazy, ridiculous, but I want to get down and explain because I think that you're missing the whole point. The whole social realm, you guys. Black folks, you're pretty much working to eliminate bias and promote fairness all over the AI systems. You don't see it, and they're not going to show it to you, but you're pushing the diversity. You're making the AI tech know how to draw different hues, different colors, different research, no facts. People get mad, but you put the wrong question in AI, and AI will tell you, I don't say things bad against black folks. This sounds offensive. I don't want to write it. AI will tell you. Then the holistic transformation, driven by the whole black women and professionals and AI, that we put everything, bringing everybody together. It's a whole testament, you guys. The whole future is it's an unwavering spirit that you guys, I'm amazed seeing it go into digital. I love seeing that it's the boundless potential of diverse communities that black folks are bringing to the United States that are making happen. You guys, the reason that number is so huge is because your achievements resonate not only in the balance sheets, you guys, and the nets, but also in the cultural tapestry. And too long, that's a number that they've been hiding from us. They're going by your salary or your net salary or your assets or your liabilities. They're not letting your true talent shine in and show the true number and why the impact is so profound. Imagine this real quick. You know that they have, for example, $1 million for a local politician political campaign. And you know that they're going to spend $1 million. And then you know that a large portion of that money is to get black folks. So not only is black folks have a situation where they need to actually make more money, when they need to pay more money to get black folks. No, that's not it. Why is it worth so much? Why are the numbers so high? Thanks. Why are they so high? So they take a presidential campaign where they're spending $1 billion. And you know that a lot of that money is going to get the black vote. Why? It's not because of your salaries, right? But that's what they want you to think. No, it's because of the value that you bring. For every million that an NBA player makes, he's making at least $5 million for the owners of the NBA. And the stores, the hot dog stands, the hotels, the apparel, the gear, the swag. Thanks. Do you feel me now? You understand what I'm saying now? You get it now? Let me put this number back in your face again. 20.76 trillion. Yeah. That's the value of DEI. That's the value of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's the difference between a bankrupt MBA and a thriving global franchise business thing. That's the value of the United States needing to borrow money from billionaires or whatever the hell they were, Rockefellers back in the day, to where now they're giving money to the Ukraine. That's the difference. That's the difference of having no black players on your Olympic team and having many and all black players on your Olympic team, your NBA team, your NFL team. No one gave a damn about golf besides golf people until Tiger Woods played golf. Serena Williams and her sister, no one really knew about tennis unless you knew about tennis. Now you've got literally 4 times of a market industry just because of those 2 black girls who played. So whatever they made more when they brought them in, and they're still making. That's what the 20.76 represents. So you guys, anyway, that was a quick pop-up. That's all I want to do. I want to get in there and explain that to you because you guys have been acting like y'all out of your damn mind. A lot of y'all have been messaging me wondering, like, what the hell is that? Why would you tell that? No, you're DEI people. You need to be very nice to them. This is the value of that market that you're talking about. Every large company, T-Mobile is huge and bought out Sprint because they were the most diverse. Sorry, Sprint became a dinosaur. T-Mobile used to be a little ghetto-ass company, but they were more diverse. McDonald's is doing great because they're global. Chinese people, Filipino people, they all eat McDonald's. Your burgers are only in New York City. So the reason this value came up, and this is only talking about America, by the way, too, this number, is because they took the gross number of the economic surge that America felt. Now, mind you, where's the slave picture? The slaves? You lucky, because I had a slave picture for y'all's ass. I was going to remind you that they took it from slavery, where America got ahead of the market, the global market, because they weren't paying salary to people. They weren't paying payrolls and taxes on these people and all that kind of stuff. They had a war, they freed us, and they went through a whole bunch of hell and Jim Crow. Then they integrated and finally said, okay, let's let these folks in. And when they let them in, and remember, if you look at history, they let them in because it made economic sense. They were losing money to the Negro Leagues. Yeah. You got it? I want to remind you of this, you guys. We came from this. The slave picture. This little slave, this right here. To $20.76 trillion. That's why they're upset. That's the economic power that the plantation owners would have had. Then from this, in 1950, show that 1950s graphic, this is all the American economy was. And mind you, in 1950, it was one of the largest economies on earth still. They weren't farmers. America was killing it. Ford, all that stuff. Then they integrated. And remember, there's black women to give credit to for the entire NASA launch and the whole first moonwalk. Black folks were in that room too. Did they get paid for that? Nope. They didn't. But America did, so we'll take it. To where then 2020, the economy was this. That 2020 global economy statistic. That's what they did. You can bring it back. So you guys, that 20.76 number, don't be scared of that. I'm glad you guys are here today. I just want to break this down to you for really quick. They're going to see this on the replay, you guys. Happy Thursday morning for you if you're in America. Thursday afternoon to you if you're in the Philippines, and tea time in Africa. I just noticed before a lot of you guys went to sleep last night, you gave me a whole bunch of hell for that 20.76 thousand our trillion posts that we made. So I wanted to get in here and explain to you how the numbers break down, and to tell you, because it wasn't black folks who were angry about that, that tell you that yes, this is the number they came up with to show that this is the value of diversity. It wasn't specifically about black folks, but blacks were the first that you let in, like usual. In those white rooms, black is kind of usually the first. Then we bring everybody else. That's why it looks this way. But keep this number in mind, and when you guys are having meetings, you guys understand, when you're talking about diversity and the value and what it brings to the table, show them this number, because around the world, every other country on earth is trying to figure out how America did it. And this number, this is how America did it. And folks are investigating, trying to figure it out. If you notice, more and more NBA teams around the world are becoming diverse. They're black folks, right? You notice black folks are running from many, many countries now. Notice that? Everybody's wearing Air Jordans now. They got Air Jordans in Russia, and they got Air Jordans in the Ukraine. Chinese folks got Air Jordans. Everybody likes Rihanna. She's a global phenomenon. It ain't just Michael Jackson no more, y'all. So anyway, happy Thursday, you guys. Love you much. Kareem Jackson's been here live on the set for you. I want to thank you guys. More successes for everyone, you guys. And that means you, Black LinkedIn, everybody else out here watching. Love you. Cheers.